Hello, everyone. Excuse me. First things first, right? Yes, got the coffees out. got the coffees out, and I'm out of coffee. Find it interesting on how that kind of listen to God's guidance out there. This not out there, especially when it comes to my brothers and sisters in faith, because we kind of are going in the right direction or in the same direction. Together when it comes to God's will and ideal. And his sister, Priscilla, hi Priscilla, if you're watching this, shared this quite disturbing uh, post where AI, the chat box AI generated, like you're talking to a person, but are causing some severe problems in people's heads. That's all the best I can describe it, right? Psychosis, this, that. There's one that they mentioned, a 16-year-old that was taught by a chat box, a chat box bot to kill himself. Anyway, I posted it on my Facebook page, so if anyone wants to go and check that out. And it was oh my gosh, it was so disturbing to listen to the whole thing. And throughout the whole time, I went through my mind. So why is it, if it is causing that kind of harm to people, who this one guy said, oh no, this woman, the mother of a guy, and the guy was not that young anymore, and she was quite advanced in age, but she was real smart. She said that the people with average intelligence, the average person out there, will not be able to resist this. Okay, she's kind of saying you're not smart enough to resist it. You're not going to be smart enough to not be pulled in. That's really sad, isn't it? Yeah. Is she right? I guess. I don't like to think of people like that. I kind of like to think that most people are quite smart out there. It's just, our own desires kind of sometimes lay down that inner voice that says you shouldn't be doing that. That's probably not going to be a good idea. Yes, I'm just. Anyway, so it goes on then. I said, why don't they just get rid of it? Okay, this isn't good. Gotta get rid of it. Yes, probably the same way on how the FDA doesn't get rid of foods or say, okay, we're not having people consume this. This is just not good for anyone, and especially not children. And of course, the majority of the population out there trusts the FDA. Yes? Yet, what did I say about that drink? What's it called? Free. I already forgot what it was. Okay. Yes, that's addictive, and children are drinking that. Okay, I'm just saying. What about with the internet? If there's something that comes up that seemed to be a good idea to begin with, but now it's causing kind of these problems, why not just get rid of it? Because too many people are already addicted, supposedly get addicted to that. Now, I have to say that I've seen that. It's interesting, though I'm not very often on the internet. I have other things to do, okay? So I spend maybe an hour and a half. Oh, and plus my videos that I make here on the internet, like this. That's it. I don't have a cell phone. And I even would you like to set up a chat bot? I thought it was a chat box, some kind of an inbox where you go and talk to people. Didn't even realize that it was, oh, that's an AI I'm going to talk to. A programmed something rather it that you can talk to that has programmed, they're programmed, okay? I don't get why people think that an AI can actually respond on its own, like has a thinking tank or something. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I don't get it that people don't understand that. I'll tell you why I'm so clear about these things. Because, in a way, there are people out there, they are great. They're not just inventors of greater technology or think better technology or advanced technology. They're also great manipulators when it comes to getting the people pulled into something, okay? Good or bad. And I've seen that with these. I said, I like math. I like math a lot. Yes. Oh, am I great at math? No, but I do know the basic function thing. I love Sudoku, for example. Yes. And I can do the really hard ones. Okay, I'm just saying. But I'm not great at math. But I like math. I just do. I like working with numbers. Really gets my mind engaged, and I love on how I don't know if people feel that themselves as well when they really get into something where then they're really focused on it, and suddenly you can feel your brain starting to, the neurons are just, they're starting to spark, right? And due to the fact of that we have intelligence, a spiritual nature, when that all works together, it becomes like this just one pulse, then another pulse, then another pulse, then another pulse, then another pulse, and you're getting to, right, and you're able to organize all this. I'm not sure if I'm making myself understood properly, and then you get to the answer. Yes, I can feel that, and it fascinates me. All right, so I really love numbers and working at doing math problems, this and that, and I've had a lot of them pop up. There's one thing, that I don't like about it, and I stopped doing it because I've stopped. No, first of all, how so many people get all these different answers I don't get. Okay? Because as far as I know, the hierarchy of the symbols hasn't changed. And if you want to do anything out there with math that has to do with math, you're going to have to know the one true math that we all have. That is just a basic, right? To build things, this and that has proven that it works. All right, so why change that? Or then people getting the wrong answers. I don't know how they do in life with all this weird stuff. Anyway, so what I don't like about it is the overheads. Most people will not get this. If you do, then you're one of the smart ones. And the math problems are like, this, I can do it all in my head. Don't use a calculator. I'm going, so I do it all in my head, and then I'm going use the calculator anyway, right? Going, well, the calculator says, just because. Don't tell me what to do. But it's the kind of the rocket that's like pulling you in. Oh, can I do this? Ooh, if I know how to do this, I'm still one of the smart ones. Yes? And I got tired of these they're offensive. They're not just even manipulating us, they're offensive. I've got most people here, most Americans, I'm going, hey, stop right there. I know most Americans know how to do this math problem. I'm just saying. So I get offended. People should get more offended by this manipulating crap out there when it comes to the internet. Because you know why? Because it's filtering out into reality. Google AIs. Okay? They have these AI generated, that comes up most when you ask a question, that's coming up first. And most people have no doubt go, well, this is AI generated, so probably the best that you can come up with. I have seen them respond in a way as to say, what? The last one that I went in, I can't remember the question now, but the AI came back. I said, is this false or true? Oh, Jimmy Cliff passed away. Oh, I grew up with Jimmy Cliff. Well, I grew up not with Jimmy Cliff, but with his music. Yes, yeah, I was one of those teenagers. Jimmy Cliff, yes, reggae, lots of reggae. He didn't just do reggae. And Bob Marley, yes, yeah, I was one of them. Yep. Loved their music. Loved the Gypsy Kings too, by the way. Liked all kinds of Status Quo. Oh, I love that one too. And then I also loved all kinds of really mellow stuff, you know. So, okay, so I'm just saying. I liked a lot of things. Jimmy Cliff was, oh, Stevie Wonder. Ah, who does not love Stevie Wonder? Anyway, so, but I knew Jimmy Cliff's music, and he passed away yesterday at 81. Yes. Um, so I went in and I asked, because so many posts on Facebook when it comes to people dying are fake. Fake posts. I thought they had all these fact checkers out there. What, that's kind of gone now? Huh? Oh, I bet you me talking about AIs like this, I've already noticed things going on with my tablet. I'm going, seriously? Are you going to pick up on that? Hey, AIs, you are just not doing it. All right. There, I said it. Why would anyone just rely once you find out? I thought, oh, this is great. They must have all the proper information, right? That's a quick one to go and until I realized, wait a minute, I know that's not true. I know for a fact that's not true. And I do report it every time if I see something. Though I kind of started to just scroll past that because I know I can't trust the information anymore. And why is that? So the programmers who are programming these AIs are that ignorant and uneducated? That's weird. That's even more concerning. So don't trust. Don't trust these uh, artificial intelligence. That's not artificial intelligence. It's programmed education or programmed information that is coming from whomever, and a lot of it isn't true. It's false. It's fake. It's not true. And people are going with it. So now we have all this stuff. Instead of people getting actually educated themselves, they have these robots who are giving you the education, and they're not right about very simple things. Oh, yeah. So this one comes back and he says, after I ask, did Jimmy Cliff really die? And I get this AI generated answer back. You know what that did? It actually reprimanded me for in the way that I asked the question. I thought, well, that's interesting. What? Because I've been doing what? Feeding the programmers the actual information, saying, you got this wrong. Not the AI got it wrong. The AI doesn't know. Right? But the programmers. So now they've had to say, okay, we need to kind of confuse the people about the answer with stuff like this. All the AI could have said, the program could have said, yes, it is true. Jimmy Cliff died. But in the way that they went into the whole thing and telling me on how I asked the question in a false way was really interesting. And I ask that a lot, you know. True or false? Yes? Yeah. And that's never happened before. So, very interesting. Anyway, yeah, when the chat, I always ignore that and throw it out. I'm not, I don't, I don't even really, when people respond to my stuff, this and that, it takes me a long time to respond back or comment back. I'm not one to hang on Messenger and have long conversations with people. Don't do that either. I have one friend in Korea, hi Nancy, who I FaceTime with. That's about it. And then anything else is very short conversations about something, and that is that. I don't need. Why would I? Okay, I'm just saying. But the people are being hooked on what out there? What is that going to spell like? Oh, I'm going to be a Nostradamus. People eventually are all going to just live on gossip and rumors about everyone else out there. Where is that going to lead? Yeah, interesting. The ending of the world. Okay. Let's get going here. Already 15 minutes into it. So beware. Definitely check, make sure that your children are. And again, I said, well, if the people didn't want it, it wouldn't exist. It's so sad that a video like that should go viral, and every parent, as in particular, every parent, everyone should immediately stop using these uh, chat bots, chat box bots. Be done with it. Don't pay for anything. Do not get any more information from it, and do your own studying on what you're interested in. Get good at that. Yes? Because there are a lot of people out there who have the actual information, done what you might want to do, yes? Or get into and get some good information, right? Yes? Talked about that before. Cooking, gardening even. Beware, they'll tell you all kinds of baloney. I'm not kidding. It's true. Okay. Anywho, so we are in the book of Isaiah. So, but if the people didn't want it, it would already not exist anymore. It would already be gone. But I guess there's too many people out there and say, oh, no, no, no. Well, that's not my problem that they got psychologically this and that pulled into it. But it seems like if children get pulled into it, this was a 16-year-old teenager who killed himself because of one of those chat box bots. Okay? Yeah. When children get pulled into it, you make an end to it, regardless on what you need it for. Got it? Good. Everybody get it? Yep, that's good. Fine. All right. So, we are in the book of Isaiah 20. Excuse me, 22. Against rejoicing in Jerusalem. Prophecy on the valley of vision. Now what is the matter with you, for you all to be up on the housetops, full of excitement, boisterous town, joyful city? Your slain have not fallen to the sword, nor died in battle. Your leaders have all fled together, captured without a bow between them. All who could be found have been captured at a blow, far though they had fled. That is why I said, turn your eyes away from me, let me weep bitterly, do not try to comfort me, order the ruin of the daughter of my people. Oh, do not try to comfort me over the ruin of the daughter of my people. I don't get it. He's unhappy that not more people died? Okay, you know what? For this is, walking around 3 years naked and barefoot must do something to your head too. For this is a day of rout, panic and confusion, the work of the Lord Yahweh Sabaoth in the valley of vision. The wall is sapped. Cries for help ring out to the mountains. Elam has picked up his quiver with manned chariots and horsemen, and Kir has barred his shield. Your fairest valleys are full of chariots, and the horsemen take up positions at the gates. Thus falls the defense of Judah. I had no idea. That day you turned your gaze to the weapons in the house of the forest. You saw how many breaches there were in the city of David. You collected the waters of the lower pool. You surveyed the houses in Jerusalem, pulled houses down to strengthen the wall. Between the two walls you made a reservoir for the waters of the old pool. But you did not look to the creator of these things. You did not look to the one who fashioned them long ago. That day the Lord Yahweh Sabaoth called on you to weep and mourn, to shave your heads, to put on sackcloth. But instead there is joy and merriment, killing of oxen, slaughtering of sheep, eating of meat, drinking of wine. Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we shall be dead. Then Yahweh Sabaoth revealed this to my ears. This guilt will never be forgiven you until you are dead, says the Lord Yahweh Sabaoth. I have no idea what he's talking about, but okay, I'm not going to. Again, huh? Maybe I need to go and find out what a chatbot thinks of all this. Against Shebna, can't help it. Against Shebna, The Lord Yahweh Sabaoth says this: Go and find that steward, Shebna, the master of the palace. What do you own here? Who gave you the right for you to hoe yourself a tomb here? He is hoeing himself a tomb. Hoeing. Is digging a resting place for himself in the rock. But Yahweh will throw you away. Strong as you are, will grasp you in his grip, will screw you up into a ball thrown into a vast space. There you will die, with your splendid chariots, disgrace to your master's palace. I shall hound you from your office. I shall snatch you from your post, and when that day comes, I shall summon my servant Eliakim, son of Hilkiah. I listened to a whole video, kind of not by choice, kind of because I left the TV on. And it went to a YouTube video about Thomas Aquinas. Oh, wow, very interesting dude. His philosophies, I mean, they call them philosophies. I'm not sure why, because I would call that theology. Yes? Why make him? He's a theologian, in my opinion, when it comes to the content of what I listen to, yet he's considered a philosopher. Oh, okay, maybe he's both, right? Yes? Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I found a lot of similarities. Guess to what? The divine principle. Yes. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. It just came to my mind here. And on some of the things that I listened to, and on what I'm reading here, and on how, according to Thomas Aquinas, then, and the divine principle, all this is not, why pull God into it? These are Isaiah's. This is Isaiah's will and desire. Yes? And for some reason, the people aren't doing what he wants them to do. Okay. And he's not happy. He's very unhappy. I shall dress him in your tunic. I shall put your sash around his waist. I shall invest him with your authority. Okay. And he will be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Oh. To the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. I shall place the key of David's palace on his shoulder. When he opens, no one will close. When he closes, no one will open. I shall drive him like a nail into a firm place, and he will become a throne of glory for his family. On him will depend all the glory of his family, the descendants and offspring, all the vessels of small capacity too, from cups to pitchers. That day, declares Yahweh Sabaoth, the nail driven into a firm place will give way, will be torn out and fall, and the whole load hanging on it will be lost, for Yahweh has spoken. Okay, yeah. I don't want to get into what the dude says here. Just as I don't want anything to do, or I find that sure, robots have their place. And I like dishwashers. I do now, but I can get along without one just fine. Ours was out for a while, so we hand washed everything, and it was interesting on how I enjoyed that. It was interesting to tell you why I enjoyed it more. But they want to use the dishwasher, so that's what we do. I don't have one at the farm. You wash the dishes, and in the way that they have it set up here, right, is there's not that much space to put your washed dishes on the rack. So you wash the dishes, then you get the towel, and you dry it. Yeah, yeah. I have a TV right above the sink there. Yeah, in the kitchen. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I put on the bacon, a British baking show on, or the American British baking. Okay, same people. Now they have the Christmas one out. Yeah. So I put some baking show on, or something cooking, some cooking show, while I'm in the kitchen. Right? Yeah. How appropriate, right? Yes. And I just, and I did. That went on for about a week or so, or a couple of weeks. And when I was done, I was done. Ooh, nice. all the dishes put away, everything was cleaned. Da, 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 right? With a dishwasher, you put everything in. Yeah, it goes so quick. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Put it in. There it goes. And then you have to put it away. Ah. You ever notice that nobody really wants to load and unload the dishwasher? So weird, right? Yes? No? Even though it's such an easy thing to do, but right, okay, I'm just saying. There's just such a satisfying kind of thing when you're doing things manually, right? Yep, just saying. All right, but washing machine. Oh, okay, all right, all right. I gotta give it to the washing machine. Yeah, except for the ones that we have now, they got a whole new set of washer and dryer. They're kind of, I guess, a more so AI program, and the dryer just decides, okay, the clothes are dry, and they're not, and you're going, no, they're not. So you turn it on again, and within 5 minutes or so or less, it turns off again. And I go, you stupid thing. Who programmed you? So you have to go to a higher setting. Well, that's not necessarily good for your clothes then if you have to go to a higher setting of heat, right? Yeah? So that it gives you more time to, okay, all right, all right, all right. Anyway, so there's all kinds of things out there, robots. Okay, well, are washing machines robots? Is that? I think so. Anything that does, you just push a button, it does its own thing. That's kind of a robot to me. Yeah. We've had for a little while one of those little. That was free. I got it for free somewhere. A carpet and floor cleaner, that cruises around on its own. Oh man, I have to watch out for that thing like a hawk. I mean, dear Lord, there was just one too many times where I almost tripped over it, and I'm going, it's just that I do a better job with my broom anyway, or the vacuum cleaner. Ooh, another great AI, right? When they work good, Anyway, so I decided that I definitely don't need that. So then I'm thinking, if a little thing like this is such a bother, right, and doesn't really do the job right, then I'm thinking, man, you know what? I can't see anything else bigger doing better when it comes to stuff like that. So no, 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 not one that needs a robot. And I have to finish up. I tell you what I think is the big drive on all this robot stuff. I do not think that robots are going to be anytime I don't know if they're making killing machines out there so that people don't have to go to war anymore and they just have a bunch of robots fight each other. Well, how does that make sense? Then why not just play Risk, the game Risk, right? Or set up your robots like a chessboard. Put the little robots on there, and then the presidents of these countries that need to fight this can, right? Wouldn't that make more sense and cost a lot less? Just saying. I'll tell you what the main reason is. It's the sex bots. No doubt in my mind. That's where he's at. Do I need to say more? I don't think so, right? Yes? Okay. Well, anyway, that's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. Please, if you're a parent, tell your children no chat box bots stuff going on. Then explain to them why. And I will. Oh, Eldritch, my dearest brother in faith, I love you. Let's keep praying. Yes, yes, yes. And I will talk to you all another time.